Morning, y'all. Quick coffee review because I keep forgetting. Highland Grog, chocolate raspberry, peanut butter and jelly. The Highland Grog was good coffee-wise. It smells delicious, kind of like butterscotch, but it doesn't really have much flavor. It's good. It's really good, but no flavor. Chocolate raspberry smells really good, and it tastes slightly like raspberry. It's pretty decent. Not as good as a chocolate orange, but it's decent. And peanut butter and jelly is awesome. It smells heavenly, like you stuck your nose in a jar full of jelly. The coffee, it tastes amazing. It's one of my favorites. The chocolate orange and peanut butter and jelly are on the top of my list now. Hey everybody. So this morning isn't that bad humidity wise. It's only like 60%. Look at that. So it's not the 80 it has been. So I am sweaty because it's 110 degrees. It's 10:30, and so it might get a little bit hotter than that. But on days like that, we really have to watch out. I put ice in the chicken's water. If I had frozen peas, I'd give them some of those. These are ice packs that I got for the farmer's market because they fit in the coolers better and they didn't take up so much space, so I could put more product in my coolers. But I put these into a pillowcase and I lay them flat and I give them to the bunnies so they can lay on them. So you put it in the pillowcase, put this one in, and then we make so it makes a nice cold, and it probably won't be cold all day. I'll probably have to come back out and get it. I'll probably come get it at like 3 or 4. Probably won't even last that long. So I make this, and then I put this in the back of their house so they can lay on it. So let's go do that. I have some oyster shells for the ducks. I don't usually give them oyster shells, but their shells have been seeming thinner. As ducks get older, their shells will thin. The first year and a half is a thick shell, and then after that they do thin out. There you go. You're inside the bunny coop. Now we will take this nice cold bed. Here you go, bunny. Put your cold bed over there. Okay, so you have some greens. You have some grains. I'll get you some more greens. They have dried hay. Their little salt licky thingy got wet, so I have to get them a new salt lick. They have water. I have to find them like a big water. We did get one of those bottles, you know, the hamster bottles that hang upside down with the straw in it. And it just dripped all over, so I'm gonna find a different waterer. So far the bowl's the best because the chicken waters are kind of hard for the bunnies to get their heads in since their foreheads are so big. And oh, see, there's already bunny laying on it. It's hot. And the regular upside down straw bottle leaked everywhere, so we're not going to do that either. I have to finish up in here. I got these peppers done, so now I have to, there's some peppers here along the fence line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. There's 3 over there. I think I might move them over here with the 5 just so that they're together. This winter we are going to try and overwinter them, so that way it'll be easier to build a frost cover for them if they're together. And like I said before, I'm planning on probably closing up from this fence post over to this fence post, and it does take away this much of my garden in the back, but as you can see, and stuff isn't really growing there very well anyways, so we may do like a V shape instead of cutting it straight off here. I may go from the outside corners to meet in the middle here for possibly a new animal in the spring. I do have something else to show you of something else I'm getting in the spring. I'm very excited, very nervous. But I'm going to get some bees. I already ordered 2 packages. I have a hive, so I'm going to get a second hive, and I actually might get a third hive just in case for when they swarm. I know they won't swarm this year or shouldn't swarm the year that I get them, but I like to be ready, hence a pantry and all that stuff. I always buy more than we need just so we're ready if anything happens. But I need to go to Lowe's today, and I need to get some more bone meal and some more blood meal and mulch, because I have to try to start mulching all this so I don't have to weed it again, because that took 2 days. It took a good 5 hours, at least 4 hours each day to finish weeding this. I have to get some more bamboo stakes so I can stake up the peppers that are laying down touching the ground, because their little fruits are just rotting, resting on the ground like that. Look at these habanadas are starting to come on. I can't wait for them to turn a color so they can all be ripe. But there's a lot of peppers here. I want to taste one. I hate hot peppers. There's very few that I like. I don't like that burning feeling where I can't taste anything. All I taste is burning. I like to be able to taste it, so I'm excited about these habanadas. I put some pimento peppers in here. I gotta get dirt for these raised beds. Our neighbor's digging out a pond. Their son bought the house on the corner, so they've been digging out a pond, and they're gonna wait for it to dry out a little bit, and then hopefully, they said I could have it, so they'll bring me some loads of pond mud all dried out, so it's like a black organic matter. It'll be super rich for the garden. I'm going to put it in those raised beds, and this spot here right outside the fence is probably a deer garden, but I'm hoping that it'll just be where I can plant my overflow of things I didn't sell this spring, the extra squashes, my hydrangeas I'm going to bravely put there. I haven't seen the deer munch on any hydrangeas, so it's hot. I gotta move that bunny run. There's a pillowcase on top of that from when I had them separated. I have a gray bunny and a black bunny. I love the black bunny. He's super nice. And the gray bunny's a girl. She has a name that I cannot say out loud, but her name is Bee Bunny because she's nasty. They've both been handled since they were born. They were really nice. She scratches me every time I pick her up. The other one has no problem with it. She's just a flail case and a nasty bee. So that's her name, Bee Bunny. The other one doesn't really have a name. I just call him Little Love Man. Some hot cats, water guns, all sorts of kid toys strewn about as usual. But we're gonna get ready to go to Lowe's and get mulch and dirt, all that good stuff. I checked everybody's water now. Should be good till we get back. I gotta go online and check and make sure nobody's coming over for eggs or vegetables. I had somebody stop by for edible flowers this morning. She's gonna try and make shortbread cookies, she said, so. Paisley's playing with the babies. I know, Paisel.
Mom, they got wings.
I know. We gotta find a hair tie, huh? It's hot. Okay, we're hot. We're gonna go cool off inside real quick. And then get ready to go to Lowe's. Hey everybody. So the deer have been here every day for the past week or so. I'm pretty sure I showed you that they prefer the zinnias over the cosmos because there's no chewing on the cosmos, only on the zinnias. All the way down for my cut flowers, every zinnia has been chewed down to nubbins, and the sunflowers. They chewed up all the sunflowers too, and they started working on my elderberries. And nubbing off all of those. But these have new growth, and I'm sure that the zinnias will put up some new growth. So not too worried about it, but I am gonna move a lot of this inside the elderberries, definitely, and I'm gonna dig up some of the zinnias and some of the cosmos just in case. After I dig up the zinnias, they might start munching on those. I'm gonna move them inside, probably put some inside both the market garden and the flower garden, just so I don't lose them all. I'm gonna leave half of them out for them to eat. It is really nice seeing them come into the yard. It's 2 does and a baby buck. I was spending this weekend weeding my back garden, which is the tomatoes and peppers. Now that well, I weeded the spots where the plants are. Here's the peppers. Well, here's not jalapenos. All my sweet peppers are back here along with my tomatoes. And then all the hot peppers are out front so they don't get mixed up, because we have jalapenos out front and not jalapenos out back. That way there is no mixing them up. They're harvested at separate times, separate baskets, separate everything. So I'm bringing the last bits of the pots over there. If you can see those little black and white pots over way yonder. The last bit of the peppers from the greenhouse, any that have labels anyways, or have peppers that I can identify them. Other ones where the label's washed off, I have to wait until they fruit to be able to tell which pepper it is. Bringing them back here. I'm going to put them all on the ground. I'm starting over here. I'm going to work my way that way. And I'm fertilizing. Now here we fertilize, we try to do mostly organic practices. So I fertilize with a blood meal and a bone meal. I left my bone meal in the garden and something got into it. But this is, who's this from? We usually get Job's, the blood meal. You only need a little bit of blood meal. I think it was just a couple cups or something for 100 square feet. But the bone meal is a lot more. I think a 3-pound bag only does 100 square feet of bone meal, and I'm not sure of the exact measurements on the blood meal. But so with the bone meal, usually I'd use a solo cup and shake it out, but there is nasty worms in it now since I left it in the garden and something got into it. So I'm using a shovel and I'm just shaking it out like this. And I make a circle around the pepper. And then when I'm done, I will use a scratching tool and I'll scratch it all in. And then I will mulch over it. And it is set to rain starting Tuesday. And then it's going to rain every day forever, is what I say. But the forecast for the next 2 weeks, starting Tuesday, is rain every day. So I figure I got to get everything in the ground. I took all my vegetable starts from out front that weren't sold. Squash, there's some roselles, I got some herbs, some flowers. I'm going to get some dirt and I'm going to dump a big thing of dirt along the front. My friend Tanya at Swallowtail Pines gave me a bunch of wool. I think I have 3 trash bags full of shaved wool from her sheep, and I'm going to try putting it under, I think, to help hold moisture and bulk up space for the roots. I'll have to do some research and see what nutrients it imparts actually, but she said that there's a lot of nutrients in wool, so that can never hurt. So that out front will be an experiment. I'm going to report back to her and let her know how that goes. She also made me wool dryer balls that are really cool. I put like 15 drops of essential oil on them, and it lasts about a month. Now, we're a family of 7, so we go through a lot of laundry. So I'd say a month with 15 drops of essential oil in the dryer is pretty good. I will come back to this in a minute. I have to put in this corner right here, and then I'm bone meal and blood meal here. I'm gonna go this way then and go into the big patch over there because I moved. Okay, I weeded in here. So all from here, right here, all the way over, I weeded all in here, and I started staking up the peppers. I need my husband to stop and either get me more stakes or cut me some sticks or something. And I'm waiting on more garden clips because I use all the garden clips on the tomatoes, clipping up the tomatoes. This is how I get my tomatoes higher, is I put the bamboo stakes and I weave it in between the fence. See, I go one side and then in and out and in so that the stick holds. And that way when we get strong winds, it'll just shake back and forth. Sometimes I'll tie the tops so that it doesn't shake so much, or sandwich them with another bamboo stick. But we have double the amount. We have 250 tomato plants this year. Last year we only had about 150. And I don't even know what we have now because the back row here all died pretty much. So I started to take up the fence. I think I'm going to move these peppers. I'm going to move those flowers, and then the 2 tomatoes on those 2 back fences kind of died. So I'm going to move all that, and I'm going to move those fences. And I think I'm going to have to talk to my husband, but I think I might want to get a couple small animals and put them in here. Put the fence right here, and then have them go from the duck wall back there all the way up to here. And we'll put them in here. Wonder what it'll be. But I weeded in here yesterday and today. I finished today. Yesterday I put all these bamboo sticks, all the bamboo sticks up on the tomatoes. I pruned all the tomatoes, all the yellow leaves off the bottom. So pruned, staked, and then I ran out of stakes, so I gotta get some more so I can pick these up. And then we'll probably have to trim them off the bottom. See, there's yellow leaves down here. And then we got this side left to do. Figs are coming along in the fig tree. Those look like another 2 or 3 weeks and they'll be ready. They come on strong for, if we can fight off the squirrels and the birds, for about 2, sometimes 3 weeks. And then, hey everybody, this is gonna be my last time I do about the pepper fertilization, because it's been almost a week and I'm still fertilizing. It's taken a lot of materials, a lot more than I thought, of course, to fertilize them all. And I moved more back here from the greenhouse, and I probably still have more in the greenhouse to move back here. But I've run out of fertilizer once again, and I'm on my last 2 bags of mulch. So, and I'm definitely gonna need more. I got 10. I'm gonna need another 10, 15, maybe 20. So I'll have to run back to Lowe's, of course, because they're having a sale on mulch. That is $2, $5 for $10. Yeah, $2 a piece. So I'm gonna go snatch that up because that's a good deal. That's like $1 off. Anyways, so you'll see that earlier on in this, and then we will do this walkthrough. I moved all of these. I planted some of those Thai blue butterfly peas, those beautiful flowers that Zach was talking about in one of his videos. But I grew them last year and I'm in love with them. Okay, they're so much fun. It gives you kind of a floral taste. It's a beautiful blue flower, which is hard to find anyways. But it makes, if you put it in water, it makes it like a royal blue. And then if you take and squeeze lemon in, it turns purple. And it's like magic. Like you can make lemonade and then pour some of the blue water in or pour some of the lemonade in. And like, it's mixes and changes, and it's like a magic potion. It's fun for kids and adults. These are some small little red pepper. I'm not going to try and say it, but I'll get you close so you can see this. Cora de Cocina. I did try to say it, and I murdered it. Okay, but that's these. Nope. Okay. The gate's open, so all the cats think they need to come in. So that's these. I moved them all. There were some over here and some over there by the fence last time when we walked around. I moved them all here, so that way this winter when we go to make the cover, it'll be easier to cover them all. We'll just have to put something over like this on these. The nata pinos are the same way. We'll just have to put something in the corner. That way it's we can make a big cover out of it. All these dead tomatoes, I put the rabbit bedding on them anyways, and I mean, they're doing better, the ones that have had it on it longer, but they're still pretty sad and pathetic. These were supposed to be cabbage. Too hot for cabbage, but we'll still end up eating the leaves as long as something else doesn't eat them first. And then we have kale. I'm going to prep this bed, and we're going to have lettuce. We're going to do... What'd you find? I know, this is called a mother of millions, or it's in that family. All of these on the edge are little seeds on the edge of the thing. They fall off and make more. They have a really pretty flower that comes out the middle once a year, and it's like a sunset shade of bells. They're pinkish, orangish. And then this canna lily, we got a bunch of them. It's got yellow around the outside edge. I don't know if you can see that. We put the small peppers. I'm going to put them in this bed. What I'm going to do with these is, since they're so small, I'm going to pickle them. I'm going to get a big jar. Pickle them. What? No, there's one right here for you. Don't eat the stem. What do you think? Good? Okay. Throw it to the ducks. Then what are we gonna do? I forget what I was saying. Lettuce over there. Kale. Small pickle and peppers. We have celery here that we've just been harvesting as goes. We'll see how it keeps coming up. I might pull it out. There's Chinese motherwort. We haven't really eaten that, so I'll probably end up feeding that. And then this collard greens, we'll probably clear up that. And then I'll put some... What, you picking another one? Let me help you.
They're not spicy.
No, they're not spicy. They're sweet peppers. And there's one over there. But you wait for me to help you so you don't rip the plant. We're probably going to pull that up and put Swiss chard. Is that the words I want? The pretty rainbow greens in this bed. I have some yarrow on the edge along with a comfrey plant right there in front of Hazel. Don't break the plant, Hazel. So these are all the peppers that I still need to plant. They're sitting in their pots because I ran out of fertilizer. My bone meal is coming Tuesday, and I got blood meal inside, but there's no point in putting that in yet because after I sprinkle that down, I need the mulch to cover it so that the animals don't come in here and dig at it because they really like the bone meal. So no point in putting that down yet until we get the rest of the stuff. Tomatoes are doing awesome. Still no fruits on these ones, but I mean, 9 feet tall. I don't know what they're gonna do. Jimmy Nardello peppers, I fertilized and mulched them. And then I mulched these ones over here, which are Zulu Black, Lilac Bell, the Purple Odor, and Chocolate Beauty. So those have all been fertilized, staked, and mulched. Most of these have been staked, not fertilized yet. Not mulched, just staked, and I even ran out of stakes. I got clips, but now I need another 2 bags of stakes, probably get 4, that way I have them. I picked these peppers because they're starting to turn. This one's got a little reddish orange, and this one's got a little yellow, so we're gonna bring them inside. But that's what these are. These are red and green in the middle here. Looks like there's a jalapeno in the back, but we're gonna see what that is because I know I planted something else back there. I did not think it was jalapeno, and if it is, I have to move it because these are sweet peppers. Red and green, something else. I'll tell you whenever it happens. So why now? Orange, and then yellow monster. And then the tomatoes that you guys have seen a bunch. Nothing new with them. Their fruit's doing good. The plants are doing good. They're all staked and whatnot. Looking good. So here is this pretty much done. We just need to mulch and fertilize. And like I said, that stuff's coming Tuesday. So when we do a walkthrough here next week, hopefully I will have it done as long as nothing else. And we'll look at these habaneros again because they got a whole bunch of fruit. And I can't wait for them to change color. Like, when are you gonna change? There's a ton. Okay. Don't know. I'm gonna bring these inside and wash them off and put them in the bin. There's a lady in town who wants some of my produce for her farm stand. So hopefully these will start pumping them out soon and I'll be able to do that. Hopefully the tomatoes too, because tomatoes are a sad disappointment around here because it gets too hot, as you guys have been seeing. Wasn't that bad today. It was like 97, I think. And it wasn't even that humid. I think it was 60%, not even the 80. So I'm soaking wet. As soon as I decided to come out today after we got, husband went to Lowe's this morning, kids went down for a nap, I fell asleep, got back up, got ready to come out here, and it started raining, and I was like, you know what, I already got the energy to come out here, I'm not going back in now. So I didn't. We stayed in the rain and planted and mulched and all that. But here's the layout for the chicken pen. The silky pen. I think he's gonna start working on that tomorrow. So maybe I'll have some clips of him. Maybe I can even get him to explain it. I doubt it, but we'll see. Okay. I will work on this and upload it later, and you might see it today, you might see it tomorrow. But I hope everybody has a good 4th if I don't end up getting to any other videos this weekend. And don't conform, people, be transformed. See you on the next one.